Welcome back to KHAIR'S Garage. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's so important that we get those subscriptions in, man. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. It's going to help us get so much further. So go ahead and get us there. I ain't gonna lie, man. We had to revisit that TRX. If y'all didn't catch my other video, this is a TRX over here at Copart. Basically brand new. Has about 15,000 miles on it. Interior is awesome. I don't know what the heck happened to the armrest that goes here. They got some prop money. And prop we trust. That's kind of funny. But I'm gonna just go ahead and crank it up for you guys so y'all can hear it if you didn't get a chance to hear it before. Sounds really good. Everything about this thing is just dope, man. Didn't know I liked pickup trucks like that until I seen the TRX. So after this idles down a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get a listen of the supercharger. That thing just sounds awesome. So let me go ahead and pop this hood for you. I'm not sure why it's even here, honestly. It might have been just like a theft recovery or something like that. It couldn't be anything serious because there's no type of damage on it anywhere that I've been able to see since I've seen it. With 15,000 miles, it wouldn't be like a transportation damage. Like if a car was going to a dealership and the truck got some type of accident while it was carrying all the new vehicles, because it has 15,000 miles, so that wouldn't be it. All right, so we got that thing up. Let's see if we can hear that supercharger and go crazy real quick. Oh, that TRX is hard. Let me know what y'all think about this thing, bro. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that number in here for y'all too, because I really want this thing to find a good home. It's a really nice truck. Y'all see that big cat down in there. When we do that again, y'all couldn't really see the cat. But yeah, for sure. Go ahead and do it, man. I want one of y'all to bring it home. You see the number when they come up for auction, cash out. Not only is the TRX still here, but man, that big body's still over here, y'all. I gotta check it out, that red eye. Hellcat Challenger red eye. Sheesh. This is probably not even probably, it's for sure the best car over here in my opinion. Still doesn't have any power to it, so I can't crank it up for you guys, but man, this thing is awesome. Comes with the red key. It was a theft recovery, as you can see. When they took it, they went in here looking for kill switches and whatnot. Pulled down the side panels for trackers and all that. Let me go ahead and pop the hood for you so you can check out the motor. The body doesn't have any damage. Look around and see. Man. So underneath the hood, everything else is also in good order. Kind of dusty, so you can't really tell, but it does have the green belt. You see that red eye right there in that supercharger, boy. Yes, sir. And we got that leg maker, so you know this thing scream when they go down the street. But man, this is such a good buy if somebody gets this. Not if, somebody's gonna get it, but when they get it. And if you want that person to be you, there's the number. Type that number in on Copart's app. You can go ahead and put a bid in. You just might take it home, man. Out of anything over here at this location, man, this is easily the best thing, and it's pretty much turnkey and ready to go. So if you want it, shoot your shot. It's worth it, bro, I promise. Man, we got that big Hawk. Yes, sir. I see it. Only thing about this one, I seen it online, man. It looks good on the outside. I think it's a theft recovery. But the major problem is underneath the hood, which we'll get to in a second. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and take in the view. Y'all see the yellow 6-piston Brembos at the front. Dusty hood with the Hellcat vents. That front end just looks so aggressive, man. I love it. Let's go ahead and see if we can jump in this thing. Sheesh. You see it? Somebody cut the seat belts off of it. Trackhawk on the seats. Leather. Carbon speakers. Got the carbon fiber right there as well. You see the insides. They pretty much snatched out everything. It's kind of crazy. U-connect always taken out. This is taken down and disconnected because these two together are what can track the vehicle. Whenever it's stolen through the U-connect system, you can go ahead and do that. They have some type of like on the start style assistance with the mirror. So pretty much they'll go in here, snatch all that off, take the radio out so you can't track it, rip that panel off right here, go down into the computer and reprogram a new key, which is pretty much what they did, I believe. And this would be the new key. I don't know why they would cut the seatbelt. That didn't make any sense to me, but they did. And pretty much that's what they do when they take these things, man. You see? Oh, let me get up out of there. Thought I heard something scrambling around. Let me jump out. Might have just been that plastic on the window, but let's be safe with it. Just stay up out of there. But nah, we go walk around, check out the other door, and then open up the trunk and make sure. All right, I don't see nothing going on right there. I do see some huge bolts right there, which probably came from the engine, or at least underneath the car, but I'm pretty sure it's from the engine, and I'll show you why in a second. The battery's disconnected up under the seat, and as you can see, the serial number is still there. Sometimes they'll go ahead and try to scrape that off or just snatch the panel out so that they won't have the serial number there. Because on the Trackhawk, they have it there on the dash, and then I believe on the strut tower. And not most cars have it like that, but that's how these cars are. So let's go ahead and pop the trunk, see what we can see. Can't, it's locked. Because there's no power to it, we can't really get into it. So let's go ahead and pop this hood, man. So somebody might want to bid on this thing, but just make sure you look at everything, because as you can see, there is no supercharger and there's nothing up top for this thing to complete it. A lot of this stuff is exposed, and as you can see, it's filled up. Some of it is just old fluid from the engine. Some of it is just built up gunk. A lot of it is the dust from the ground and probably some water as well, man. So you got to take into account everything that could go wrong with that. You could have a rusted out engine. You might need to get new pistons and everything in that thing. So just always be cautious with this kind of deal. Honestly, this is just something that you would get to do a motor swap on anyway. It's just because this motor just might not be reliable. But if you want to chance it, you can go ahead and just kind of get it stripped back down and check out all the components to make sure everything is good. And if it is, slap it back together, get yourself a new supercharger, and you're in the game. However, you also have to worry about this wiring. As you can see right there, that wire is completely torn, so that's a wiring harness replacement as well that you'll have to get. And this is just going to be a lot of work. So if you have another motor that you want to swap out with, that would be a good idea. But just know that it's going to take some work to get this thing back to where it needs to be. But nonetheless, it might be worth it. Right now, I think the bid was at about $37,000, but I'll double check with that. Do I think $37,000 is fair for that? Yeah, simply because this car is about 80 grand and up. But then again, they really don't make them anymore. So if you get your hands on them, it's pretty good. You go ahead and snatch it while you can, because this is a very rare car. Let me know if y'all would buy it. If there's a number if you're interested in spending more than $37 for it. I wouldn't do that. 37 to 40 would be fair, but anything past that, man, just let it go. Right here, we got us a wide body Scat Charger, man. All blue with the satin black hood on it. Looks pretty good. What year is this? A 2022. 24,000 on the miles. Interior is very clean. We don't have power. Fairly new. It still even has the floor thingy on there. They still left this on there. That's like if y'all ever been to a black person's house back in the day. Like my grandma, I remember when we was little kids, she always had the plastic on the couch like that. And it is all kinds of junky in there. I don't know why it looks so smoky in here. I don't think it's just the dust. It kind of looks like there was like some type of electrical fire. But I don't know. We'll find out in a second when I pop the hood. Let's go get a look around the rest of the car first. Or it might be because they were inside smoking. That's crazy if you smoke that much, the inside of your car look like it was a fire. But y'all see that big scatty. Pretty much that's front end damage is what I'm seeing. I don't see anything else. I don't know how that would total out the car. So there might be some deeper damage that we're not seeing. So let's go ahead and get a look to find out. Real dusty, but you can tell this car is new. Look how clean that reservoir is. The older the car gets, the yellower it gets, and that's pretty much clear. Serpentine belt and everything is in place, so there wasn't like any huge impact right directly up the center. If you can see the radiator down in there, not even a nick on that, so everything is pretty much this side damage right here. You see that the front rail is kind of smashed, the crash bar. A lot of the wiring might have to be replaced. Some of the headlight connections got torn. Fender. This rail looks kind of straight, but you would have to take this off to know exactly. But it doesn't look too bad to be totaling this car out, to be honest with you. So there might be something more to it. I don't know what. Could be the bottom of the oil pan or something like that. Engine might have seized up off of like loss of oil, but as far as from overheating from a lack of coolant is not an issue because we saw the levels. So this one is kind of a mystery. I wish it had some power so we could start it up, see what happens, but we don't. So that's one of the things you have to account for when you're out here looking at these cars, man. But if you're interested, there's a number, go check it out. Right here, man, we got us a jacked up Hellcat Charger. They done stole everything out of here. You can see all the way down through the front. They didn't spare nothing, boy. Whole interior is gone. They took the trunk, back bumper, everything, the wheels. They were nice enough to leave you some axles though. Hopefully a differential, but I don't know. They stole the rails. Of course they stole the engine. There ain't nothing left of this thing. This is one of the reasons why I always push y'all to go ahead and get the kill switches and trackers, man, because this just might happen to you. Hopefully it doesn't, but just know it's a real possibility, man. That's going to be it for today's video. As always, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.